Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here, hanging out on Pluto's corner underneath this fantastic piece of Walt Disney history. I am here in Burbank, California at the Walt Disney Studios, and I am inviting you to join me vicariously as I wander the streets of Walt Disney history. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. Let me get it from the curb and show you a much better angle of this fantastic sign. Dopey Drive right there. There is Dopey heading down towards Dopey Drive. And that's not Dopey, that is actually Jay. But this way is Dopey Drive and this way is Mickey Avenue. And they actually have it designated. Animation, multi-plane, and ink and paint would have been that way. And then this way, in between special effects and the layout department, would be down this way. So this is actually a really cool place. Jay and I are here. We having a good time here, Jay? I know you're very excited. You have actually never been to the Walt Disney Studios before.
My first time.
I have been here before. This is my second time. But this is the first time where I've actually documented it in an unedited vlog form. A lot of people that are probably watching this have never actually set foot on Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California soil.
It's pretty
so
amazing.
I am bringing them into my life and into your life.
What a life.
And we're just kind of wandering around, seeing the sights, taking in the sights, the sounds, and the smells of Walt Disney history. I'm going to try not to talk too much during this. I'm going to do a lot of moment of quietedness as we wander Walt Disney Studios. Look at this. Of course, Walt Disney Studios now owns Star Wars, so they have that plastered above the theater here. And then, of course, over here is the old animation buildings. All of these are original studios that Walt Disney himself walked through the hallways, peeked through the windows, sat on the benches, and actually stomped these grounds here in Burbank, California. This place is awesome. Very, very cool. I thought I would bring you an inside peek. Walt Disney Studios. We got to see a lot of cool stuff out here so far today. We got to go into the archives.
Amazing.
And I actually have posted a picture on my Instagram, AdamTheWoo on Instagram, of me holding a certain something that Walt Disney himself held.
No.
And you held it too.
I did.
We did not hold it together, but we held it at separate times. You posted on your Instagram, I posted it on my Instagram.
Yes.
Very, very awesome. And speaking of awesome, look at this. Straight ahead is that fantastic symbol. The castle straight ahead, the Walt Disney Studios emblem with the castle there, with the little swoop that goes over the top of it. And look at that up there. There is a beacon of happiness. The Walt Disney Company water tower. Just hanging out.
Well, I noticed you're wearing pants.
I am wearing pants.
But if you want...
I figured I would dress accordingly. We don't wear shorts and flip-flops.
Well...
But today is a special occasion that I should wear pants.
There's shorts right there if you want some.
Oh.
Shorts.
Okay. So normally
I
do wear shorts, but
right.
today...
You're all fancied up.
I'm fancied up. And by fancy for me means I am wearing jeans. Jeans and my shoes.
It's a Woo tuxedo right there.
And you got some spiffy Disney-esque type. Those are the new Vans, right?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book Vans. So a lot of this might look familiar. It was used in a lot of old documentaries about Walt, and also in the recent film that came out a few years ago, Saving Mr. Banks. You'll notice a lot about that. No spoilers, but I will be, maybe possibly in the future, designating a video about Saving Mr. Banks. So we will not talk about that much today, but I wanted to show that. I wanted to show, of course, the Mickey Ave, Dopey Drive, all that, but I also wanted to end this vlog at the end of the road. That's something a lot of people who love Walt Disney and the history of Walt Disney will actually enjoy. You were excited when I first showed you and I said, that's the spot.
No words.
And those that are actually watching will probably share the same sentiment.
I touched it.
You touched it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about something else. But you're right, I forgot to mention that. We will show that as well. when we get up there. And what am I referring to? Lies straight ahead, past these trees, past these gentlemen that are walking, towards the truck that is straight ahead with the door opened, straight ahead, up here. On the left-hand side is Walt Disney's original office. Walt Disney's office, right up there.
You're looking at us
Right up there. Walt Disney would have been up there in that corner. I think it was actually more towards the corner. I don't think it stretched all the way across. I could be wrong. Now, I am not a factorian. Is that a word?
It is now.
A factual-torian? But basically what I have heard from research, doing my own research and hearsay, and anything that is incorrect is Jay's fault.
Your Columbo-like research?
My Columbo-like, well, non-Columbo. My research is you just telling me what you think you know, and other people telling me what they know. But basically, right up here was Walt Disney's office, right there in that window. Right there. Right there. Walt Disney himself, many evenings and mornings, probably looked out that window. And below him was actually where the Sherman Brothers, who wrote a vast majority of the original music, not only for Disneyland rides, but also for movies like Mary Poppins, etc. Their office, where they had their piano, was right there. So they would have been playing like Feed the Birds, all inside of there, and Walt would have been up there. And many a times at night, Walt would get done with his work. He would hear the Sherman Brothers playing their music. I know you're getting a little emotional.
I am.
He would be playing the music, and he would come down the stairs, and he would just listen to them play, and this whole area of road would be filled with the sounds of the Sherman Brothers practicing and fulfilling and actually performing the music that you know in a lot of movies and TV shows and Disney attractions and rides, and it all happened right there.
He could have stood right here.
He could have.
Listening to
right
them
here.
play the piano right here.
I
He
know.
could be standing.
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
And you can almost, if you listen closely, listen, shh, listen. You can almost hear some birds being fed through the joys of music. Feed the birds. Was it Tuppence? Tuppence. I am not a Sherman brother.
You hear that?
Oh, wait, was that you? What was?
Someone fed him.
Oh, magic. Magic is actually happening right now. And take a look at this. This is actually the Eisner building, which actually was built post Walt Disney. But this building is actually being held up by the 7 dwarfs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course, Dopey is the strongest up there holding the very top. That's right. Come on, hold it up there. Come on. He is the one holding the Eisner building. But let's actually get a side shot of here of Walt's office right up there and the room here where the Sherman Brothers actually performed. It is pretty amazing. Let's just do a little moment of quietness now and look at this here. Look at this. And the lights are on up there.
You know
The
what that
lights
means.
are on. Now see, the train station
Right.
at Disneyland, they always leave a
train
light
station.
on. Not the train station, but at the Walt's apartment above the firehouse at Disneyland. They always leave that light on as a memory to Walt. And I do not think they actually do that here. They do not leave that on. But what a kind of a coincidence and an exciting joy that actually the lights are on.
No other window.
Only in that window. The lights are on and not in the other ones. So that's very cool. And the last thing I want to end it with is what Jay was talking about earlier when he said, I actually touched it. What were you referring to, Jay?
There might be a certain statue.
A statue that a lot of people will know from their visits probably at Walt Disney World
Original Magic Kingdom.
and at Disneyland. There is a thing called the Partners statue. And basically what the Partner statue is Walt Disney and his creation, Mickey Mouse. And out of those two, there is one on the East Coast and West Coast. Those you cannot actually get up close and personal with. You cannot touch them.
Nope.
However, here at Walt Disney Studios is the only place that I know of in the world where you can actually stand next to, touch, and get your photo up close and personal with Walt and Mickey right here. An unabashed, untouched, untarnished, uncovered, unraised, floor level Walt Disney and Mickey. Wow. That is so cool. So normally everywhere else at the theme parks they have bushes around it, it is raised up, but here you can actually touch Walt, you can actually touch Mickey here. Give him a little kiss on the nose if you wanted to, and get a very, very up close personal look. And it looks like they actually put this and they built this on Walt's 100th anniversary, his birthday, which was December 5th, 2001. And they actually put this and they built this here, and it's been here ever since.
Incredible.
Sitting here in front of the Eisner building, which is actually really cool. And we cannot forget the other person who created the Walt Disney Empire. Walt was the dreamer, he was the doer, but there also was a person who handled the financial aspect of Walt's dream, and that was his brother Roy. And they have actually built an homage to him as well, which actually is right here. And he is sitting next to Minnie Mouse. And they actually do not have this at Disneyland.
No.
But if you go to Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, they actually have the partner statue, which is over there. But then they also have Roy and Minnie as well. As you're walking into Main Street, depending on what time of the year it is during holidays, they move it over near the firehouse. But they actually have it here year-round all the time, as well as all the handprints of all the Disney legends all around right over here. And there's one last quick little thing that I want to show you over here. Of course, the Sorcerer's Wand right here, the Sorcerer's Wand. And someone told me about a little secret, almost like a hidden Mickey, but it's actually another mouse, not Mickey, it's another mouse that is hidden right here. So if you ever have the chance, if you are one of the lucky people to actually set foot on this property, take a look at this and come around the back of this, come around the back of this statue and look up inside of this reel and look right here. There is actually a mouse right there. Do you see him? You see him? Right there. There is a mouse up in there. I don't know if you can see him or not, but there is a mouse hidden inside of that reel of film next to the Steamboat Willie. Just come around the backside and find the mouse. Pretty cool. It's very cool to be out here. It's very interesting how life works. Certain things happen in your life that kind of take your breath away. You're not joyous things, very things that are very disheartening, decisions that you make, and then the actions that are bestowed upon you because of the decisions. And it's very interesting because as time goes on, things change, life changes, and you take the good with the bad. Sometimes they're bad, sometimes some days are good, and today is a very good day because I am here at Walt Disney Studios under the backdrop of that fantastic water tower, right next to where Walt Disney himself had his office and the Sherman Brothers sang their song, and the only partner statue that you can actually walk up to and touch anywhere in the world. It is a good day. I am blessed. Life is good. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.